Thanks for coming for the seminar. And I would say that it's your lunchtime, you sacrifice your lunchtime. But anyway, in the next 30 minutes, I will give you some idea about the situation in Hong Kong under pandemic. I tried, because not many people, I tried to speak more on the data, and then if you got any question, you can raise any time. Okay, that is the outline of my talk. So the situation in Hong Kong, people worry about the food safety issue. Let's give you some example. In the 30 dozen, including strawberry and the kale, they contain pesticides. So people worry that, whoa, they spend a lot of money in buying this so-called superfood. The superfood contaminated with pesticide. And then from our research, we found that, I don't think you are. We found that in the kale, they contain quite high pesticide level. In fact, this is an organic kale, so in the local market. And then for fish, we found the Mediterranean green. It's for those freshwater fish coming from China. And from our survey last year, we found that 5 local vegetables exceed the Hong Kong maximum residual level, MRLs, account for 8.9%, almost 9% of the total vegetable we found in the market. So that means it's quite high, even close to 10%. So all these things into the issue, these are just to tell you that the situation in Hong Kong, even for local organic, we test with pesticide existing the MRL level. What does it mean? Even they say they are organic, they may or may not be organic. And those from China, sample size is not high, but 50% of them higher than MRL of Hong Kong. And then other, you can see that really high. So organic in Hong Kong, trust or not trust, really depends. Because currently there's no legislation on organic in Hong Kong, no legislation. Not like in US, EU, they got the legislation, they got a control on it. So when you put a label, they need to follow really the organic practice. But in Hong Kong, you can sell a conventional vegetable and say this is organic. And the government will not prosecute you. Because why? There's no legislation or definition of organic in Hong Kong. So that means there's an issue. People worry about their health, the food safety issues. So that's why there's a chance for the organic market in Hong Kong. So I now tell you the survey, the consumer survey we did in last year, early this year. Consider about the 2020, that means 2020, the situation in Hong Kong. 63% of the local people, they buy organic. They have experience in buying organic. And then how frequent they buy? The most frequent buying group is once per month or once half a year. So these are the two major frequency. But you find that last year there's a change. For the one who buy half a year, become less. But the other one, for the buying once per month, increased quite a lot from 32%, 33% to 47%. So give you ideas that during the pandemic, people buying more frequent for these two groups, for this group. But there's a decrease for the most frequent buyer, buying once a day or at least once a week. What does it mean is that they can't go too frequent to the supermarket because of COVID. So there's a decrease in the number. And there's slight increase in buying at least once a week. So that gives us an idea that, in fact, more people buying organic once per month. And then what are the products they are buying? Where they buy their product. So you can see that mostly in the past, supermarket and also from the wet market. During the pandemic, they really sharp drop from 62% to 44% for the wet market, and then 79% to 48% for the supermarket. So where they buy now? Then they go online. You can see online increase almost double. And then they buy directly from the farm, from the farmer's market, from the farm and also from cooperative. What does it mean is that they buy more directly from the farmer. Now that's some change in concept. That means they trust the farmer. They want to buy directly from them rather than go to supermarket. So that is really good. That means the farm-to-table concept getting stronger during the pandemic. So that is good for the local farmer. Okay, but you know, Hong Kong we can produce only around 0.4% of the vegetable by the local organic farmer. So it's not much. But that means there's a market. If we can do more farming in Hong Kong, there's a very strong demand to buy from the farm. And then category of organic product they purchase, vegetable, fruit, the major one. And that's common. Even in the past, more or less the same, not much change. But when you look at it's hard to see. This is meat. Meat increased from 44% to around 53%. There are more meat, organic meat available, especially coming from the US. So this is a major increase, and also organic processed food during the pandemic. So that tells us, during the pandemic, people worry about that, so they buy more for organic processing and organic meat. And then how much they spend. So the most common spending group will be $51 to $200, to $201 and $500. But compared to 2019, you can see that there's a decrease in the amount who spend really lowest category, 51 to 200. And there's an increase in 200 and 500, and for 200 to $1,000. That means more people spend more money during the pandemic, okay, compared with last year. So that's a good sign. So if you are doing organic, your sales coming down, something wrong. Or you should have your sales going up, according to the figure we have. And then how much we really spend in Hong Kong, the sales. In 2020, it go up to around 7.6 billion for the whole year organic sales. And this is an increase of around 12% compared with last year. And we expect it will go up again from our survey. It will go up another 8.2% to around 8.3 billion Hong Kong dollar. But this is more or less same as before, what we surveyed in the last 10 years. Every year, we got more or less double-digit increase. So the trend is more or less the same. And then who are buying? Really common. Yesterday in the Organic World Congress, there's a presentation from Brazilian. And most of them are highly educated people. But I think in Brazil, most of them will be in this group and go up to around 80%. In Hong Kong, it's 62.5%, plus the senior high school, 21%. Where they come from, the people prefer which country. I think this is really a local issue. People prefer to buy local. And then from other countries, they would prefer to buy from Japan, US, more or less the same, 58 to around 65%. Europe, and then in China, it's around 16.3% only. So that means product from China is not so welcome by the local Hong Kong people. Oh, this is some or psychological effect on that. Because people thinking that product coming from China may not be so safe. So that's why you're only 60.3. But there's a lot of Chinese certified organic produce in Hong Kong. So there's a lot more work to do. But for USDA, EU is well accepted by the local. And then why they buy organic? Still the same type of reason. Food safety, health issue, and then without any fertilizer, chemical fertilizer. That's the common concept. And one reason you can see that, because they have certificate. That means they are organic certified, they trust it. It's around 47%. That means when you sell organic in Hong Kong, you need to have certification. The local people will trust it. And then why they don't buy? Price, the major one. And then the other one is that it's more or less the same as conventional. So this is quite common, it's around 68%. And then other is that they don't have the certificate of the label. This is around 55%. And then which label they know more? We are really happy. This is our logo, the local organic certification, Hong Kong Organic Resource Centre. This is the green label. We have 58%. But in fact, it's really difficult to find this label in the market because why? It's only for the vegetable produce in Hong Kong. We have not done too much on processing because most of the processing goods are coming from overseas. So they don't need to do the local labeling. But I would say that, why not come to us? We give you a label, but with some charge. Then you have your label from overseas, and with the local label, then it's easy to promote your produce. So other product, the other label, we include USDA is the highest one. There's quite a lot of organic processing goods coming from US, EU, and then GS. China is around 34%. Moving now. Okay, those non-food type organic produce, very interesting. Look at this. In 2019, we are around 57% buying skincare cosmetic, and then 55% buying household care products. Really high increase. Suddenly, in 2020, it dropped almost 20-something%. For cosmetic, down to 32%. For household care products, down to 22%. Why? Because these are the luxury goods. Now you put your mask. Why you need to put cosmetics? Save the money to buy the food. And so when you look at for pets care product, increase from 6.3 to 8.1%. And baby products from 12.3 to 13%. Not dropping, slightly increasing. So that means they spend more money for the baby and the pet. That means the pet is just like the baby. They want to spend more money on it. So that gives you an indication this is the market there. And then we ask a question about whether they're concerned about the food safety issue. Almost 50 or 60% of them, they think that more concerned about the safety issue. And then whether they spend more money during the pandemic, around 31% increase their spending. So almost 1/3 of the population spend more money in buying organic. And then this is just a little bit repeating on the survey, what kind of product they spend more money. And meat, they spend more money. And then you can see the organic skincare, organic cosmetic coming down. So it's more or less the same just now I told you. And then how much more they spend during the pandemic. 87% spent from 5.1% to 30% more than last year. That means without the pandemic. So that gives you a really good indication that during the pandemic, people worry about the health issue. They spend more money in buying organic. So that's an opportunity. So these are the survey indicate that during the pandemic, more money spent in organic. But what worry of the consumer in Hong Kong about organic? There's a lot of concern because of the no legislation on organic. Just now I told you already. So no legislation, what does it mean is that when you buy organic, are they genuine organic or not? That's a big concern of the local. So we can see a lot of self-claim organic, like especially for the fresh produce. They say they are organic, but they don't have any certification. Whether they are real organic or not, big question mark. But from our survey, we can see whether they are really organic or not. Now, for those who are in the wet market, about 18.9% or 19% of the store selling organic. But within this 19%, 70% almost, without any label, just self-claim organic. So that means when you go to the wet market, when you're buying organic vegetable, 70% of the chance you will buy fake organic. Okay? Only 24% with certification. And this 6.8% mean they have both organic and self-claim organic in the same store. Now, that is a question mark. Whether they will mix each other, we don't know. So that means only 24% of the organic vegetable sale in the wet market you can trust. The other 76%, we have a question mark on it. And this is the case we find it. They have our certificate for local vegetable, but we find that the farm did not sell those arid vegetables. They are selling in their store. So what does it mean is that this certificate already expired, and the vegetable they sell basically is not produced from the farm they claim. Then what they are is a question mark. So whether we need legislation. So according to the government, because of the Hong Kong Organic Resource Centre, is already providing certification. That's okay. But we are the agent, but we don't think it's okay. Even we certify, unless everyone is using the certificate. Otherwise, those without certificate, what are they? And so for consumers in Hong Kong, I would say that they are not properly protected. They may buy organic that is not really organic. So we need to build the trust. To build the trust, that's why we have the Hong Kong Organic Resource Centre, to build a certification company, so that provide the third-party independent certification in Hong Kong. And these are our label, and we are accredited by IFOAM and ISO. And this is the certificate. And then our farm now, we got around 131 farms in Hong Kong. That's a big number. But the hectares is very small. It's only around 80 hectares. So it's a really small. We have 6 processing. And then if they got our certificate, they can use this green logo to tell people that they are certified organic. And then these are, just tell you that we have inspection. All our inspectors are being trained by IOIA so that they can recognize as international inspector. So that, I would say that Hong Kong have the highest number among all those Asian cities because we have IOIA training. It's really expensive. And this is the certificate process. I don't go into detail on that one. And these are the label, and we got the QR code, we got the apps. You can download the apps, and then you will know where they come from, the vegetable or the product. And then we did a lot of surveillance in the market. Try to let the public know about what's the situation in Hong Kong. You need to be really careful in buying organic, especially vegetable in Hong Kong. Whether they are genuine or not, you need to depend on the labeling. And then we have a lot of promotion and education, try to teach the public that how to buy organic in Hong Kong. So we got the Organic Day. We have Sammy to be our ambassador. And then we have day in Central, the Chater Gardens and Chater Road. On one of the Sunday in March. You can go there. The last time we have it is 2018. So we because of the pandemic, we can't have it in 2019, 2020. And we got around 50,000 people going to Chater Garden and Chater Road in one day. And then we also have another scheme called Organic Retailer Scheme. So the reason why we have that is try to let the retailer know that when they sell organic, they need to follow some kind of guideline so that they can build the trust of the consumer. So that is Nicholas. She is our ambassador mom, okay? And then I don't know whether I can pay this one. Yeah. No sound. In fact, it's a
有機產品就要嚟優質有機零售商度買啦。想一家食得開心又放心，就要認住呢個 Q-Tick 啦。
So the baby loves it, the dog loves it. So that means organic is really welcomed by the public. But we need a genuine retailer. So we have retailer joining this scheme, and they got a label, this Q-Tick label, put on their door, so people can recognize that, oh, they follow the guideline to do it. It's a free scheme. We don't charge them. So that we want the public know that these are the genuine stores you can go and buy organic. But anyway, finally, I think what we need is labeling. We need a legislation and need a labeling so that people Anyone in Hong Kong can buy organic with confidence, rather than you always need to guess whether you can buy genuine organic or not. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. I return back to Charlotte.
Thank you, Professor Wong. Really great sharing. I just want to see if the audience has any questions for Professor Wong. It's a great chance to ask him question. Okay, Heidi has a question.
Got the mic?
Thank you, nice presentation. My name is Heidi. I am the founder of Food Made Good, the logo behind you on the right. I did a presentation 2 days ago. So we help restaurants to source sustainable products. Do you have any plans to engage the food service sector?
100% yes. But we need to work together. Let those restaurants who want to go sustainable to get local organic into their catering or into their restaurant, so that people in Hong Kong and enjoy it. We try to connect with some restaurant in the hotel. Now, vegetable is easy, but when we go to fish, we have organic fish in Hong Kong, but the supply is not too much. So I think needs to take some time to get the supply enough to get constant supply to the catering industry. But for vegetable, I think we can do that. In fact, some of the restaurants already engage some of the local farm to provide directly for their operation.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? That was a great one. Okay, if not, thank you, Professor Wong, for today.
Thank you.
And next, we actually have Mr. Sherman Ma. He's the business director of S Healthway International Limited, WeChat business. They're really great at e-commerce, and he's going to share more about the China digital marketing strategy for cross-border e-commerce marketplace. They're actually a pro, so let me pass the mic to him. Let's welcome Sherman.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Sherman. My company is called WeChat Biz. We are doing for the over 10 years about for the e-commerce. So today I'm going to share about the KOC and the KOL to do the content marketing for the China market. So especially for the China digital market, for the strategy, how to do the cross-border e-commerce. So our company, at General Bergan, we established at year 2010. Over 10 years, we only focus on the e-commerce and the China digital marketing. And we have two operations. We have our operation in Guangzhou, in China, southern part of the China. And also we have our Hong Kong, the operation team, and also the business development team. And besides, we're going to move to the KOL for the content marketing. So what we can helping our company, our customer is we provide the kind of cross-border logistics. This kind of, I think, is one of the bottleneck for our client. They say, oh, once we're doing the cross-border, we need the content marketing, and also how about for the cross-border logistics you can manage. So yes, if someone who would like to know how to do the for the physical shipment, you can consult with me. So in the KOL marketing, I mean the content marketing, in the China, this is different from the Hong Kong or in the overseas. In Hong Kong, maybe using the Instagram, the Google, for the Facebook, and the influencer. In China, we are focused on the mainly the marketing platform like a Little Red. From the 10 years ago, we are doing for the Weibo, and then later we're doing the WeChat marketing. And now we're going to more and more on the social media. So for the KOL and also the influencer marketing is getting more and more popular until this year right now. And besides, we have to move to the KOL, KOC, how this kind of content marketing can enhance the brand awareness and also to drive the traffic and convert to the sales. And we can looking at the cross-border. What kind of a cross-border marketplace now available here in Hong Kong, in China? So how the overseas company, including the local Hong Kong company, if they have their own brand, if they have the the product they're doing to distribute, would like to import to the China market, especially for the organic item, the food or the beauty and the health supplement. Actually, all of them, the product can now doing the cross-border can sell to the China easily. So let's look at the mainstream for the marketplace. So they have the first one I would like to recommend is Tmall Global. Now it is really it's a really good platform to do the branding, to do the sales marketing, and later on our company can help you to do the distribution. And later on, another should be something like Instagram. So we call the China Instagram, we call the Little Red Book, or some people call the Xiaohongshu. So they have a brand account just like Instagram. And also they do have the store for the brand to selling the product, just like an Instagram store. And other two will be, we call the WeChat mini program, which is cross-border, and which is very interesting. And now we're helping the brand to do that, to set up their WeChat official account, and later on to using the WeChat for the KOL or the KOC to do the content marketing and to the branding. Other two will be the Taobao Global and the JD Global and the Kaola. Kaola also under the big umbrella under the Alibaba Group. So you can see, let me explain more about some representative about the KOL. We call the Austin Li Jiaqi, and they have a very significant record. And you can see their fans is over cost how many more than close to 50 million for the fans, and also you can see what.
今天到货了，我07下架了，10号也没货了，他们店都没了。这个不火，把里倒过来写，苏苦最新款的透雾唇膏，06号色，06号色好看到爆炸，而且日常所有你都可以涂06，07好高级哦，破太太，而且自己一手打拼起来那种钱，老公给你的钱都是用那种粉红色，自己赚的钱就是用这种红色，我觉得这件颜色的秋冬天绝了，10号。
And another one should be the Weya. Weya, they also have a very significant for the fans. Normally, when we are using the KOL and how we're going to use the KOC, today, I'm not going to present or to mention too much about for the KOL. Because the KOL, they have the characteristic is that they carry a lot of the fans, a number of fans. But before that, we are going to use the KOC, the key opinion consumer. And nowadays, a lot of the traffic and a lot of the business can draw from the KOC. And also they have the strategy, okay? For the KOC, they can do the SEO in the Little Red Book, in the Xiaohongshu, they can have the SEO function. And also for the KOC, you will have the budget to do the media allocation. KOC is one of the planning, one of the strategy you have to do for when you're doing to the business for the China cross-border or when you're going to launch your brand, yeah. So this one, when we are going to use a KOL like a Li Jiaqi or the Weya, when your brand, that normally when they're doing the live stream in some a Douyin or some a marketplace, on the same time, if I'm the consumer, that's the first time I can reach the product they mentioned. And for the consumer, they're going to go back to the maybe go to not much people are going to search the product or search the information from Baidu. They're going to search the information from Little Red Book or from the Xiaohongshu or from the other content platform. And they will check if anyone mention or share the post, or they will going to see more deeply about the review, how they comment about this product. If they say okay. And that is the function about for the KOC. And they see a lot of the KOC going to mention about this one. And they will find on the same time they're going to check from the maybe Tmall Global or from the other cross-border marketplace to see the sales turnover, how many number of units they're selling. So you will let them to have some fact checking, and then they will come back to the KOL to do the like a conversion. I mean to purchase the product. So kind of the mechanism. And later I'm going to share more like information with some like data.
欢迎华哥，我觉得直播间今天已经成为最炸的直播间。
不能炸，不能炸，
啊？为什么？
因为我是菜单专家。
Like what you wanna know, nigga? I got ice on me.
Yeah, that is a kind of live stream. And you can see at the KOL, the distribution. I mean, in the normally they have like a major 6, just like in Hong Kong. We have the Facebook, we have the Instagram, we have the Google, we have the YouTube, and we have the influencer. In China, they also have a mainstream on the 6, like KOL or for the media platform. So you can see some of the very strange, for example, very interesting for the Douyin and the Kuaishou, and they are kind of like a video and for the live stream. They would count normally. Last time when I was in Beijing, I worked very closely with the KOL people, and I said, so normally, now how many like, platform you have the account? They said, I have the Weibo, I have the Little Red, but do you have the like in Douyin? They said, no, I will only focus these two. So there we have some like very interesting to share with you. Normally, how the like distribution, what kind of platform, and it really depends on your product. For example, if my product is kind of a baby product or the motherhood product, there's some like a platform is very suitable for me, like a Little Red. If my product is kind of like maybe F&B, there's another platform. If my product is related to technology, there's another one. So, and here is another is a different category will be how active on the like in terms of the different like number from the fans number from like 20,000 to 100,000 up to bigger number. So there's kind of a different of the like distribution about the I mean the in the different platform. So knowing this kind of information, knowing this kind of characteristic, then you will more have insights. You will more like precise how to allocate your media buy, how you're going to allocate your will be the most appropriate for the KOC or KOL. So, and this one you can see for the agenda. For example, my product is more like female, or my product is more like a potential prospect or customer will be more like a for the male. Then they have different like type of the like gender for the distribution. And also for the age, yeah. So different age have the like different like platform. So sometimes very difficult for us to understand how will be the Facebook, how will be the Instagram, how will be Google. But in China, they have because they have this kind of more like a reference for a kind of the benchmark for the brand to consider when doing the communication with the media agency. And you can also, because China is huge, it's kind of a big population. And we have the first tier, second tier, third tier, like first tier, like Guangzhou, Beijing, and Shenzhen. And different tier of the city, we're using the different type of the KOL or KOC. Normally it should be the, depends the strategy about for the brand. Is a first launching or the objective, what they're going to deliver to the like a mainland consumer. And we have kind of the like how to do the like KOC for the like marketing matrix. So how many portion of the like a media buy allocation to the KOL? For example, I have $1 million. How many should I use 1 or 2 or the for the KOL, or are you going to have some like allocation on the certain percentage, maybe 60% for KOC and 40% on the KOL? Then we're going to depends on the brand, the objective to do that. And that is very traditional. Used to be, we have, for example, when we are launching the brand, for example, in the Sephora or in the Mannings, and this kind of section already proved that my product is in good quality. But now, later on, they will have the KOL using the key opinion leader to deliver the status about your brand. So, and now we call it kind of a new social media. We use a lot of the KOC. So let the key opinion consumer to deliver your message, and that will be more like we call it kind of a private zone, and they were going to share, oh, I used to try this product, and which is very amazing. I love it, and I'm going to share this like a review, share this message to you. Yeah. And also, KOC is getting more popular to use because cost-wise, is compared with the current, is relatively lower budget. Yeah. And let's see some of the food and live stream, for example, in the Justin Li Jiaqi, how they're going to do for the product. We have as we mentioned, we have the a cross-border marketplace. We're going to do the selling the product just like Amazon, eBay. And now we have the marketplace. This one is in Tmall Global, in the Tmall. And then they're going to sell the stock. And you can see in this 9 months, using the using this KOL for doing the live. From the sales from 0 up to in the 220 in the March is about more than 200, over 200, $2 million, yeah. And you can see in the marketplace, we can track the record. But if you are in the retail, it is very difficult to get all the data. But in the online, we can see most of the data, how the traffic, how they're going to do. And another one is one of the brands is actually from China, and they also doing the Douyin is another market, another platform, and how the sales. And you can see from 0 to now 155 to this big number. It's really huge number, and how many people are going to pay. That is, we are helping the customer to doing something like this one. Why we are using the KOC? Why are you using the KOL to do the marketing matrix, and then using those kind of marketplace, cross-border marketplace to do that. Besides for the branding awareness and do the selling. And that is kind of the kind of the data when we're using different kind of the video or I mean the media vehicle, kind of the Douyin or maybe other like a Taobao stream or even the Little Red. And here is the called China Instagram. Actually, it says most of them is do like a kind of the Instagram posting or doing the live stream. So they already more than 8 years since we already work with them. So the KOC can share the post, and the people would like to read the review. And also the KOL can do besides the posting, they also can share the video and also for the live stream. So we do kind of the combination for the digital marketing, the strategy. How many we go, for example, for the Planet Glass means using a lot of the different type of the KOC to share your information, your brand, or your product. And then we also have some bigger fans or more kind of the KOL, key opinion leader, to pinpoint certain to deliver your product benefit or to deliver your brand message to the consumer. And that is a kind of literable. And why we use this literable? Because it is the gender and the distribution is one of the over 6 to 70% is female, but it really depends on the product. Yeah. And this you can see a lot of the KOC is using for the Little Red Book marketing. We call the kind of a dual marketing on both the KOC and KOL. Yeah, it will save your money, and it will generate the better result, and it will enhance for the better traffic and the conversion. So what we mean conversion is how much you're going to spend on your campaign, and on the same time, for example, Little Red Book, they have the link and can go back to your store and then do their selling. Yeah, so that's when it is. We feel now in the China for the cross-border e-commerce go with the social media marketing, have this kind of benefit. And different type, they have a beauty. Of course, they have different category for the F&B, for the some is should be the hotels for the servicing. Yeah, and there's a different type. So we're using the KOC and KOL on different media, and this one is using for the Douyin, kind of we call it TikTok, kind of TikTok, right? So how we're going to using different type of KOL and KOC for the combination, and try to deliver the for the brand brand unit and deliver the product benefit to the consumer. And some example, one of the a mobile phone Mate 2, yeah, they're using the Douyin, and you can see the readership and the how many people view. This one is a huge number. Douyin means 10,000, so 610,000 plus is a huge number using this kind of video. And also we can do that for the product placement on the video. It will have more soft selling, just like your TV commercial. But now the people, the user, they just using the mobile and to see the video. Actually, they have some kind of a product placement there. And you can see a lot of the review. They will comment, oh, I love this one, or I like this color, or I want to try this one, where I can get this one. Yeah. And another one is getting more and more popular is a kind of a short video. Let's say short video normally is less than a minute, just like a 30 seconds or anyway, less than a minute to deliver the message. And that one will be very attractive for the brand owner because they can deliver more and more message to the consumer. And the consumer will stay longer, even more than 10 or 15 seconds, and they will draw their curiosity, and they will go try to search more information from other social media. That's why I said they will search after they see this video. They're going to search in the some a posting or message from the different marketplace, maybe in the Little Red Book, something like that. And that is another for the. I can show you some video how the Douyin there for the KOL they're doing.
哎呀，不对，天色是有点暗，气氛是有点蓝，皎洁的月光显得特别亮，对白是很简单，像是精致装扮，显得通俗不堪。撒浪爱黑道，无力感满呐，进入进幕踏出我可以对答，浪漫的 melodrama， 更加能够吗？可口秒对答。
After they see this one, they will have the shopping cart and going to go here and going to buy the product. And normally the number of the quantity is a huge number. And that is what we're going to do, showing that even this is short video, but sometimes we can also do the live stream. The purpose is try to to engage the consumer and through the marketplace, through the shopping cart to complete their transaction. And actually, the price is not really high. Even you can see, we're talking about for the $100, 1,000 something, using different fans. We have the micro-influencer, we have the KOC. Of course, there are some KOL will be much expensive. But I would like to share, if you have even lower budget, you better to try something. Yeah. And here is for the WeChat marketing. So for the WeChat marketing, when just like a Facebook, and we can have the media ad, and also you can see the advertisement. You can click that one and go to your shopping cart in the WeChat, like a mini size, yeah, something like that. And also you can see a lot of sharing the posts, yeah. We call it a moment ad. And there's another is called over 10 years and for the Weibo marketing. So it is Weibo marketing. One of the benefit is they have a huge number of the fans. They're using the Weibo. So it is one of the very how should I say should be one of the marketing tools when you're sharing the post. Let them to share, and that is we recommend for the Weibo. And other is a kind of the customer they're doing for the fashion and with helping them to do using the Little Red for the Xiaohongshu to do the content marketing. And they also have their Tmall global store. And after the customer, they see this one, I like the shoes, I like this fashion, they will go to the Tmall global to do the shopping. And other we do for the content marketing for the kind of the bird nest for the one of the local brand. They do a very huge number of the business right now. And they use a lot of like KOL. You see the movie star Zhang Ziyi and other local Hong Kong the movie star, and also other KOC and KOL. They're doing the complete 360 for the Little Red Book marketing, and doing very good. Like this one, the Hong Kong marketing, and doing for the short video. And some of them is alive, but basically they're doing a lot of the short video with this kind of celebrity. And you can see the like and share is a huge number. Another using the KOC, not just on KOL. That is kind of a typical, they use for the posting, for the short video. So they can record using this kind of content marketing on the KOC and KOL is kind of the 360 like a marketing. And that is today I'm going to share with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherman, for the sharing. Does anybody have any questions for him? Questions? Okay, if not, thank you for today, and thank you, Sherman, for sharing, a lot of digital marketing knowledge with us. So this is the end of Noah Academy, and you can just exchange cards and talk to Sherman. He's here if you want to. And thank you, and enjoy the show, the rest of the show. Thank you, guys.